Obviously, I'm very flattered, wildly uncomfortable, but I'm very happy to be honoured amongst a group of great women this evening. So here we are.
Because Hylda's one of the greatest sort of creative forces in the industry. I mean, and this event recognises so many women behind the camera who actually create the opportunities for people to be in front of the camera. And Hylda's been a tireless mentor and supporter of women in all parts of the film industry, and not only women that she represents, but women that she believes in. And I think it's fantastic that you're being on it. I think it starts by women supporting women. And I think, there's been enough changes in the industry where that is now possible, that sense of women having to have very few spots and elbow one another out of the way, which is understandable. You've got to get hold of your foothold, but you've been really instrumental in shifting entrenched lazy thinking. We work in a creative industry, and when there's lack of racial diversity or gender diversity, or lack of diversity in the way narratives are put together, then the product that we serve to audiences is going to be monochromatic and homogenous, and it's deeply uncreative. And I think you have for 27 years been shifting that dialogue.
I think there has been limited opportunities, and I think as a result it's been incredibly competitive. And I think competition can be healthy, can also be equally unhealthy. So I think now, with there being more diverse parts and greater opportunities, I think that competitive factor can be somewhat diluted and be more supportive than competitive.
I mean, Lucille Ball, and when you say Lucy, I know that's what they mean. Because she was a woman who was doing amazing things at a time where you didn't see women doing it. And I paid attention. And it gave me hope to follow my dreams. And here I am, because I'm just a girl from Southeast Washington, D.C. who had a dream, who moved here with $700 in her pocket and a son. And here I am. And hopefully there will one day be an award that they give out in honor, in my name, and that's what we do. That's why we do what we do, right? You just can't take no for an answer. You have to know that you have a unique voice that this world needs. And that's why I never got turned away by the 99.9% no's that I received. That's life. It's very competitive. And whatever field you go into, whether it's acting, whether you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, everybody's trying to get that job, right? So you just have to have a resilience and a tenacity that and a belief in yourself that no one can take from you. I think we give them more examples of that this can work. You can't, that myth of women can't do this and that, no one's buying that anymore because we're seeing women do it. So the more we show little girls that, look, you can do this, I've done it, and you can do it, the more they have examples, the more they'll want to do it. So here we are. That's what art is for, right? I just finished a film for Fox 20th Century called Hidden Figures. It'll be in wide release on Martin Luther King's birthday. And it's about all the wonderful women who help men get to space. Did you know that? Did you know women help men get to space?
They don't ever tell us that.
Yeah, it was erased. So here I am to tell the story. And Octavia Spencer's in it, and Janelle Monáe, Kevin Costner, Kirsten Dunst, Jim Parsons. It's an amazing film. I can't wait until you see it. I hope it gives these girls hope. All the money is not in front of the camera. Some of it is behind the camera. How about be a rocket scientist?
It's a massive honor to be given this award as Face of the Future. Women in Film is such an incredible organisation, and with Max Mara and Women in Film recognising me like this, it's really humbling and it's really encouraging. I'm very grateful. I'm wearing Max Mara, obviously. I love them so much because they always mix effortless chic with a practicality that I think a 21st century woman needs. So no, it's great. It's great to be wearing. I have an excuse to wear lots of Max Mara like I have been for the last few days.
Well, I've made a lot of film with women, and it's always a little bit easier. I'm a firm believer that we should all have the opportunity to have the perspective of another type of filmmaker, and another type. You can't get more of another type than a completely different sex or gender of person. And I feel like there's stories that women have to tell that are stories we don't know that are different and are going to be told from a different place. And I want to see those movies. I want that variety to be part of my life when I'm enjoying cinema. Right now, actually a little more theater than film, to be honest with you. But I'm working. I have a producing partner, and she's a woman, and we're working on some stuff right now. We're putting together some stories that I'm not at liberty to talk about because of contracts and stuff like that. But having her on my side is invaluable. Having her as John Krasinski and I are both working on the same model, where we have a woman who runs the show. You know what I mean?
It's like nothing else, because Women in Film is an organization about women empowering other women. So to get the Dorothy Arzner Directing Award from Women in Film, oh my God. When Iris Grossman called me up to tell me, I kept going, really? Really? This is amazing. So yes, it's extraordinary. I am so lucky to be able to work with this extraordinary actress. I mean, Claire is nothing like Carrie Matheson, I should also add. Claire is an extraordinary human being and an extraordinary actress, and she is completely my partner in crime. And I can't think of anyone I'd rather have present to me. I'm thrilled. Well, I think everyone in a position to hire has to hire more women. I honestly think it's as simple as that. There are so many amazing women directors. So I think it's having the dedication to do it.
Well, I think this year we've finally gotten to this penultimate place where we're not the only ones that are aware of the problems. The press and the activities surrounding this issue has become extraordinary. And so tonight is the kickoff of our next plan, which is how are we going to design change? How are we going to actually make a difference now that everybody's watching? So it's a very special year for us.
Well, the women who are here tonight are women who are already leading the change, and that's why we're honoring them, which is pretty special.
Yeah, and it's going to be a difficult process, but it's also going to be a rewarding one. I mean, key to the process is understanding the gendered marketplace and proving with actual facts that movies and television shows for women and girls are as impactful and commercially valuable as those for men and boys. And part of it is getting inside the studios, agencies, and networks and helping them help themselves to make change that supports longevity and a process of changing this gender imbalance once and for all. At the end of the night, the Crystal Award is so exciting this year because we're offering it to 8 women. And these 8 women are not only extraordinary producers, they are 8 of the 12 in total women who have actually, within their generation, produced over 15 films. When you think about that, it's an extraordinary thing to have them here tonight, but it's also interesting to notice there are hundreds of men that could fit the same category. And they're the ones that pioneered, who got through all of this, who led us, who made it possible. And interestingly enough, they were all involved with women in film from the very beginning, over 40 years ago. So this is a really special night, because if you want to hear power and sustenance and the ability to do it, listen to their speeches.
We have believed in supporting women all our lives and all our history, and the designing changes, that is the theme of this year, is actually fitting very well for a company like Max Mara, because we have always been designing changes. And with Women in Film, we have done a great work in the last 14 years, I would say. We have become family, and it is working more and more. Women in Film has an incredible exposure all over the world, very well known. And I think this is what we want, because we want women to know that there's someone there for them when they want to enter in the movie and entertainment business. Natalie is a very determined young woman. She knows what she wants. She has done very good roles. She's seen from so many people, especially in Game of Thrones, which everyone loves. She's been very good in The Tudors, where she won the award, and I think Natalie is a face of the future in the real sense, and the last 11 years have proven that we have done very well in choosing those actresses that have been here with us in the past.
One year from now, we will be celebrating the first 100 days of the first female presidency. or we will be giving the Crystal Award to Melania Trump. Or else. Or maybe Donald himself will be taking it, because as we all know, he is very good at everything, which means he must be a very good woman. I mean, just look at his gorgeous hair. I mean, Meryl Streep's already played him, right?
City, got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent, gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty, I'm too right.
I was told that this award is defined by being for an actress who is at a turning point in her career. And I am so moved and feel privileged that the turning point in my career times with what I see as a turning point within the industry. Long overdue change for gender equality.
But the thing that sets Hylda Queally apart, her glorious uniqueness, lay and still lies in her refusal to let any lack of support or opportunity make her jaded, or alter her natural and indefatigable inventiveness, resourcefulness, and supportiveness. And consequently, Hylda has become not only one of this industry's greatest and most influential agents, but one of its greatest mentors.
But they always seem to let you down, not get discouraged.
Many years ago, on seeing my engagement ring, a fellow agent said to me, "Nice diamond, but say goodbye to your career, honey." But I went ahead anyway. A husband and 3 children, I'm still here. However, I had children at a time when I felt far more comfortable to say my car had run out of gas or it had some technical malfunction than to admit that my child was sick or I in fact wanted to attend a school event. I believe that in recent years we have moved on from that way of thinking. This is not about one gender walking ahead. It's certainly not about one gender following behind. It's about all of us walking side by side.
I'm wearing Leslie's lipstick right now. I left my lipstick at home, and she lent me hers. And if you know Lesli, that's pretty signature. That's like a big deal. So it feels very apt, and I feel very happy to be coated in your lipstick love. How many directors who, after a chance meeting with a sagacious Japanese man, decide that she needs to tell his story, and the only way to do that is through cinema? And then that film, her first ever, spoken in Japanese, in period, full of flashbacks, gets nominated for an Academy Award. How many directors debut? Gets the attention of Steven Spielberg, her first mentor and producer of her second film. I was helped, mentored, and encouraged by amazing and talented men and women. But if you would have told me 25 years ago when I started directing, 25 years ago, that we would still be talking about the abysmal hiring of women directors in 2016 and unconscious bias, I would have said impossible. There's no way this will still be an issue, but sadly, as we all know, it still is, and it's time. It's time for true change, and right now we're at a tipping point, and this is it. All of us who are here in a position to hire, to mentor the next generation, or help a mid-career director get back in the game until it's truly an equal playing field. We need to do just that. Take one hand and open the door. And if it doesn't work the first time, do it again and again till we have created true change. I want to thank all of those men and women who opened the door for me and helped me along the way. Thank you so much for this honor.
First of all, to all the brave men who came out tonight to hear you ain't shit without a woman, drinks on me. Not only are you brave, but you're smart. We all we got, ladies. If we don't support each other, who will? We have a bad rep sometimes in this industry. Diva, difficult, catty. When all we're doing is, in those moments when you call us being difficult, is we're fighting for what we deserve. If I do a job just as well as a man, people tune in every week, they see me, they root for me just like they root for him, why should my pay be less than his? Is it because he has a penis? Because we live in a world now where I can have one attached. So.
The Crystal Award recognizes women whose dedication, drive, and excellence has helped pave the way for females in the entertainment industry and beyond. This year, there were so many great candidates to choose from that it was impossible to pick just one, or two, or even three. Instead, we narrowed it down to 8 outstanding female producers. That's right, 8.
At BMW, we really find it incredibly rewarding when we can look beyond the traditional sponsorship model and find opportunities to support those endeavors that have a meaningful cause and really drive change and drive impact. The BMW brand, we're about innovation, we're about agility, we're about elegance, and we see this as really the same attributes that apply to all the wonderful female storytellers that we've encountered over the years.